What's going on YouTube? It's your girl Amber and I am back again with another one. You already know what to do. If you are new here, welcome. Please like, comment, and subscribe for a vibe. But without further ado, y'all, we're going to get into this video. Listen, y'all, it's really time to lock in. I'm coming to y'all with this video today because I've been getting so many signs and so many confirmations that it is my time to evolve and be the greatest being that I can ever be. And sometimes I know on your journey you feel like you don't know which way to go because you feel like you're stuck in that in between. And I understand it because we all have been there. But I'm here to tell you right now, it's either now or never. And I can't stop preaching this because I feel like we waste too much time procrastinating on the things that we really want. We always trying to wait until the right time when things will get better, when we feel better. And let me tell you something. If anything, not to say this, but 9 times out of 10, it seems like things kind of progress more when you don't pick a time to just go ahead and step out and move. So basically, we're going to talk about how it is important to really move on the things that you want to do in this life because procrastination will kill the dream. Procrastination will bring more doubt into the things that you are trying to do. Procrastination will have you waiting on the right time, and then the next thing you know, 2, 3, 4 years done pass you by. And that is not what we want, y'all. We want to be proactive. So if you feel like this video is for you, listen, lock in, twin, and drop a comment in the comments and let me know that you resonate with this message that I'm about to give y'all. So just to kind of like highlight, my life a little bit. I've been an entrepreneur now going on 6 years from the last time that I worked a real job. And when I say real job, I was dedicated and I was all in, right? But during that time of me working this job, there was a time where I hit a ceiling in that job and it just did not fit me no more. I mean, it didn't matter how bad I forced it. It didn't matter how many times I try to, find the reasons on staying. Listen, y'all, I was literally being forced out and pushed out of that position, right? And I said to myself, why is this happening to me right now? Why am I going through these changes right now? And on top of that, y'all, this was around the time when I first bought my home, okay? I literally left this job a year after purchasing my home, which is wild and is so crazy. But at that time, y'all, for whatever reason, the signs were so loud and so clear to me that it was time for me to evolve. It was time for me to move on. I wanted to ignore the signs, all right? So in this situation, this is exactly what happened to me, y'all. The last step of me being at that job was me becoming a truck driver for this job. And I had said, like, Lord, if this job is for me, I know I would get this position to become a truck driver. And let me tell y'all this. I had went on vacation. I went to Cozumel, Mexico. I left with the intentions that, I'm going on this vacation. I'm going to be refreshed. I'm going to be ready to come back and jump back into this job. And, there wouldn't be nothing stopping me because maybe I just needed a break. Come to find out, y'all, that was not the case, okay? When I got back from that trip on my way home, y'all, I got a ticket. Lord, 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 I'm in the car stressing like, the police officer pulled me over. I'm thinking to myself, like, not right now, man. Like, God, I really just asked you, like, if this job was for me, like, let it be, right? I got pulled over, y'all. The officer pulled me over, asked me where I was going. I told him where I was going. I even let him know, like, listen, man, I'm on the list to become a truck driver, so I really can't use this ticket right now. All right. Officer looked at me and he said, well, ma'am, we caught you at doing 15 over. And I was like, I understand, sir. Like, honestly, between the speed limit from this point to that point, I mean, y'all, it changed within like, I wouldn't even say 2 feet. It was like 35 to 40 that quick, right? So I explained to this officer and hoping he would sympathize, let me go, give me a warning, y'all. He gave me that ticket. And boy, was I upset. I was so upset because I did not understand and I could not understand, even in that situation, how this officer could not see it through and be like, ma'am, I'm going to let you off with a warning. But next time, it's going to be different. It didn't happen. I got that ticket. I went back to work. And when I tell y'all, I was kind of distraught because I've already was in a fighting battle of staying there and wanting to be there, and then questioning like, my existence here, and am I going to do another 4 years at this job? Well, come to find out, y'all, once I got that ticket, that was my sign. That was my sign that everything that had already pretty much been contemplating up to that point was leading me in the direction that I had hit my ceiling at this job. And it was either me to retire or resign or be pushed out of this position. So from the time that I got that ticket, y'all, I stayed on the job for maybe another 3, 6 months. But then it got to the point, y'all, where I became miserable. I became unhappy. I became to the point where I was even showing up to work late every single day because my spirit just could not do it no more. Like, I was just to the point that I was so, like, I was burnt out. I was tired. I just was fed up, and I just couldn't understand why I had this desire. But I'm telling y'all right now, in me getting this ticket and the way that I was thinking about things in that moment, that was only God's redirection for the plans that He had for me to step into my entrepreneurship journey. And once I came to conclusion that that's what it was, that this was just redirection for something bigger, I embraced it, right? So I said to myself, there's no way this is happening right now. I went to talk to my boss. I told my boss how I was feeling. Even my boss was like, man, you're one of the top performers at this job. And, we haven't seen someone like you in a long time. Always well performing, always doing a job. And I told him, listen, man, I just don't feel like this is a fit for my life and the things that I want to, in the future. So he told me, he said, listen, Amber, I understand how you feel, but I know people who have once walked out that door and, thought it was something out there better. They always came back. And let me tell y'all what I told my manager. Listen, once I walk out this door, I do not plan on coming back on, God's willingly. I'm not coming back here because there's a reason why God removed me from this situation. There's a reason why God led me in another direction, y'all. So here I am 6 years later. I have not seen that job. I have not reapplied for that job. But I just wanted to come and tell y'all that God is always in the small details. You ask and you shall receive. You look, you shall find, right? So in this situation, like I said, I'm thinking the worst of the situation, but it was only redirection. I had been at this job for 6 years. I gave my time every single day. Every little demanding task that was required at that job, I was there, y'all. I was locked in. But it came to a point where God said, listen, it's time for you to evolve. It's time for you to grow. I need you to go do other and bigger things that requires you not to be on this job that's demanding 40 to 60 hours a week on certain days, right? So I took the risk and I became an entrepreneur, and I didn't understand where the journey was going to lead me. I didn't understand if I was going to truly making it have all the pieces and the things to line up for me to survive, y'all. Because like I said, I've been working this job for 6 years. This is all I know. This is the only job that I knew was going to put food on the table every single Friday. I was going to get my paycheck every week and I was paid. But see, sometimes when you taking a risk and you betting on yourself, you don't know. You don't know when the next opportunity don't come. You don't know what the pay is going to look like. You just don't know. But I'm here to tell you right now, this is why it's important to bet on you, to trust God, to make your dreams a reality even when you don't know. Because why? God is always going to give you signs and confirmations that you are on the right path. You just have to pay attention to the signs that God is giving you. So in that instance, y'all, I really paid attention to the signs towards the end, saying that, listen, I already had asked God, like, if this job was for me, He would make it simple and I would have it. But instead, I got the ticket, y'all. And sometimes that's what happened in life. We be on this path and we can't understand why do certain things happen at the time that they happen, but it's all because of for the greater cause, for the greater reasoning, for your self-development, right? So like I say, here I am 6 years later, no job. I'm out here, but let me tell you how God provided every single year that I had left that job. God had put me in rooms in front of people. He gave me the courage. He gave me the tools. He gave me the knowledge to experience the people that I did. And also, like I said, get in the rooms that I needed to get in to flourish. I got in these rooms. I met people. I met millionaires. I went to seminars. I went all of this for my own self-development. And I'm just here to tell you right now, sometimes you have to do something that's uncomfortable and that's unfamiliar to really get where you're trying to go. You have to put yourself in rooms where you know is going to help you along your journey, right? And that's exactly what I did. So just recently, this is my 6-year mark of, being in my home or whatever, right? And I pray to God about a lot of things for my next journey, right? But I'm always most certain that when God wants something to change in your life, He will start removing things. He will start removing people. He will start basically making room for all the things that you want. Everything that you want will come with a sacrifice. And if you're not willing to take that sacrifice, there is another route that you will lead down. But if you asking God for bigger and better and greater things, right? You have to know that it comes at some form of a sacrifice. And sometimes you just don't know what that sacrifice is. But it's in the best interest of you to trust whatever it is that God has lined up for you, because I'm telling you, He's going to clear a path. And once He clear that path, it's going to be so clear, you don't have to question nothing, because it's going to line up like dominoes. Straight like dominoes, y'all. So in my current journey right now, I've been praying, I've been asking God for signs, and the clarity is unreal. The clarity is unmatched, right? So for the past couple of, weeks, I've been saying to myself, like, God, I have some big decisions to make. Sometimes, we want what we want, but you have to go to God and make sure that you are making the decisions with God first being in mind. Because sometimes when you making decisions on your own, you scrambling, you trying to force things together, you trying to make it sound good for you, you trying to do it off your own will, and sometimes it requires a higher power than yourself to do these things. So basically, y'all, I'm sitting here praying, I'm saying, like, God, if this is for me, if I'm on the right journey, send me a sign. Send me something right now to let me know that I am going in the right direction and I'm following your path and I'm doing it not on my own will, but on yours. Y'all, when I tell y'all, He came through and He gave me the signs and the clarity that everything that I needed and everything was going to be okay on my next journey, it was too clear. It was almost like one of those aha moments, like, whoa, that was just too, like, there was no disturbance or turbulence in the signs that I received. So I'm basically telling you, in your life, you may not understand why you feel the way you feel. You may not understand why you're going in the direction that you're going, but it's so important that you realize that it's always for the better cause. I literally started my YouTube channel this year, well, literally kind of like the end of last year going into this year. And I just said, you know what, God, you know the plans that you have before me. You know what I want to do on my channel. You know, where I want to take this, but only you can do it for me. I can't do it all alone. So with that being said, this year, from last year to this year, I've trusted the process. I showed up daily. I did everything that I could do, even in questioning if I'm doing the right thing. Because sometimes when it comes to your dreams, you got to ask yourself, like, am I doing the right thing? Is this something that I really want? Is this something that I'm really thinking that I can go all in and I can, change the world with or change myself in this? That's what you start to question yourself. You start to doubt yourself. But I'm telling you right now, God wouldn't give you the burning desire. He wouldn't give you the itch if He wasn't going, plug it with a stitch. I don't know. That just came off the dome. But what I'm saying is that whatever you ask of God, He's going to make sure, He's going to test you. He's going to see if that's what you really, truly want. Because there's so much things that goes on in this life that can take you off your path, that can get you distracted. But I come to realize that what I want right now in this season, God has cleared a path for me. God has gotten rid of people. He's removed people, because basically He's saying, where I'm taking you now, the next level I'm taking you to, these people can't be involved. You can't be in this room. You can't be over here. I just need you to be tunnel vision. I just need you to be focused on me. And you literally have to strengthen your relationship with God to really hear and to know that you're hearing the right voice. Because I was watching a sermon yesterday and the guy said sometimes you can't see God, but when it's so clear, God will give you clear direction, and all you have to do is trust. Put one foot in front of the other, and God is going to guide you. It could be a bump in the road, but God will clear a path. It could be something up the street where, like we said, sometimes you be in traffic and you be like, man, I'm in a rush, but not even knowing it could be an accident down the road. But God had you sitting in traffic for 30, 45 minutes just to protect you, to shield you from any, from any harm or any danger, right? So basically, how I feel in this season and what I'm telling you right now, you deserve all that there is in this world. And all you have to do is to step into it and to lean into it and to trust God and to know that God is going to make a way for every aspect and corner of your life if you just lead with Him first. A lot of times we always like to depend on people to get us there, and they fail us every single time. But if you just sit back and you have that relationship, that one-on-one with God, and you hear God out and you write out your plans and you include God in your plans, trust and believe God is going to move like He never moved before in your life. And it's going to get to the point that it is so quick, it is so simultaneous that it's like you're even questioning how fast that the work is being done. And sometimes when we think God ain't working, He's always working. He's just working behind the scenes. We're putting into action and we feel like it ain't coming fast enough, but God is lining up the perfect opportunity and the perfect moment for you to prevail. See, the thing about it is I come to realize that the more energy, the more time, the more effort that I give to God, the more that I can praise Him, not only on a day-to-day basis, but I won't be giving my praises to man. Because what God can do, man can never do. And you got to understand that. You really got to understand that. Like, I'm not even trying to get all holy on y'all, but if you really want to go to the next level in your life, put God first at every inch and corner of your life. Don't make a decision without God. Don't make an emotional, irrational decision without God. Even if you have to sit in silence and just think about everything, I'm promising you that it all will come to you. The right answer will come to you. The right idea will come to you. The right phone call will come to you. The right opportunity will come to you. All this will come to you because all you got to do is be still. That's all you got to do is be still. So I just want y'all to know that God is in every room. He's in every occasion, every matter, every situation. Even when you don't think He is around, He is very much so proactive. And I know that because, like I said, I'm on this journey right now where I don't have no choice but to trust. I don't have no choice but to lean forward. I don't have no choice but to wait for the signs and the confirmation and the clarification on the things that I want to do. But I won't be weary in the waiting. I won't be upset in the waiting. I won't be, basically scrambling because I know that God is going to do it. He's going to make it happen. And all I have to do is show up, meet Him halfway, and everything that I want and everything that I need, He will provide. And I'm here to tell y'all, 6 years of entrepreneurship, it ain't been fun. But this journey, being an entrepreneur as a whole, it tests your faith. It really tests your ability to know, like, I don't know what's to come. You feel me? Because I'm really going out here on a whim and the tail. I don't even know, whatever you want to say. But it's like I'm really going out on a whim because I really don't know. But I trust that in the process and in the journey that He will provide. So like I said, man, this is your opportunity, man, to really lock in on your relationship with God, lock in on your goals, and know that you can have anything that you want in this life. Because you are you. You are uniquely made in an image of God. So God is going to do it for you. You just need to have that relationship. You just need to trust. And that's what I'm doing, y'all. I really do trust the process. I really do feel like since I was a little girl, like God has never left me. And I've come from situations where some of the things I experienced could have literally broken me. But I'm standing here right now, talking to you guys because I'm a better, stronger, wiser individual. And my faith has been to some of a mustard seed, but it's even bigger than that, y'all. it's even bigger than that. And it's like once you show God that you trust and you have faith and you literally assume and you basically detach from all the things that you want, everything will come to you like it's nothing. Like I'm talking about easy breezy cover girl. But it's the faith. It's the faith. And it's also knowing like everything in my life I always knew. Like even right now, I already know that there's gonna be a time very soon that I'm gonna be known in a lot of places. I'm gonna be known in different rooms. I'm gonna be well known. And it's not to say that I want to be famous, guys, but I'm gonna be what God has called me to be. So that's why I'm telling y'all, take the risk, love your life, live life to the fullest, and most importantly, put God first, because God is going to do, some significant things in your life that man could never do. I don't care what you say. I know it's multiple times that you done try to depend on man, and the one time that you try, always fail. It's always that one time that make you realize, like, I might as well bend the corner and stay where I've been staying, and that's with God. So do everything with God. Live and seek God, and I'm telling you, He's gonna make a way. He's gonna clear a path that only you could go down. You ain't got to worry about nobody swerving in your lane because it's your lane for a reason. So if you stuck around for this long, I appreciate you. Listen, like, comment, and subscribe again for a vibe. And like I said, trust the process and trust God. And listen, He's going to move mountains because He's already moving mountains for me. So I hope if this message resonated with you, you like it, you share it with a friend, and just know that God would do exceedingly, abundantly, all that you ask for. So I'm out on y'all.